Coming to you, Sameer, on Ola Electric, and this is a question from Raj Kumar in Bengaluru. Not sure if you had a view on the IPO and what your recommendation at the time was, but the stock has been stuck in upper circuit. It is, if I'm not mistaken, stuck today as well. And there's quite a considerable amount of volume in the stock right now. It is at 100 plus, 109 or thereabouts. He's wondering whether to buy if he gets the opportunity. What's the view?
So if you're investing for a short-term period, I wouldn't be buying. But if you have a long-term view on maybe a 3-year, 4-year horizon, Ola Electric is definitely an interesting company because I believe the shift to electric vehicles that is happening is taking time, but it will only accelerate as it goes forward and you get more charging stations and more infrastructure that supports this entire ecosystem. So I believe there is a great opportunity. Now they are also backward integrating where they're going to be making their own batteries. And the minute they start getting that into the system, I think they will have a price advantage over a lot of the competitors in the space. And when you have pricing power in your hand, you can probably capture a larger share of the market. So I do believe that Ola is something that one should look at. It is at the moment loss-making, there's no questions asked, and probably will have another year and a half before they can turn profitable. I mean, if you look at the Zomato story, it's a similar kind of situation, where they were making losses, the stocks actually corrected because at some point people do look at fundamentals and valuation and all of those factors. So you might get an opportunity where the stock does dip. I would definitely recommend for a long-term investor to buy on corrections. If you're a short-term trader, I mean, I don't have a view on that at the moment because the stock is maybe in short supply and there's a lot of demand, but long term, I'm definitely a buyer.
So, but why don't you specify what level would be good to accumulate? Because we've got another viewer, Geeta, who's also asking a similar question from the perspective of 5 years, which I guess would be the definition, and you would probably agree, of long term. Would you buy, what level would you buy at?
So you can probably even buy a little bit here at 110 odd level. But ideally, I would like to say that the price of maybe 80 would be the absolute right price. So they came out with a good price on their IPO, on their pricing. I think if it comes around that levels, I would definitely go out and buy. I wouldn't wait for deeper corrections more than that. Because like I said, I'm more bullish longer term. And I mean, I can't predict where the exact bottom of the stock would come, but I would be a buyer around the IPO price. And let me also put in a disclaimer. We did apply in the issue and we are holding the stock.
Okay, thanks for that view. BSE Limited is the stock that we're talking about next, and Thomas is asking about this counter. He's talking about the intraday move. He's bought at level of 3,048 and he's asking why the stock is declining. I'm not very sure whether he's talking about the long-term trends, because I see over the last 5 days or so, it's up as much as 6.5%. Over the last month, it's gaining about 9.8%. And the year-to-date period has also been positive. It's up as much as 18% or thereabouts. Rajesh, does the trend hold, and is he likely to get his buy price?
I think he has to wait for a couple of months to get his price. Though a long-term structure is bullish, but since last 3-4 months, we are seeing some supply pressure in the stock prices. But still, stock on the long-term chart is holding the ground around 2,200. That's the important support area for the stock. I think till the stock is continues to hold about 2,200. We may see some buying action to remain in the BSE stock. And once the stock crosses about 2,650, 2,700 kind of zone, I think there would be another round of buying action can trigger in this stock, and then possibly stock may attempt to move further higher towards 2,900 to 3,000 kind of level. But for a long-term perspective, I think he may hold on the position. I think there is a potential in the stock, and then possibly 3,400, 3,500 would be the next target, but on the long-term perspective.